The MarketPsych indices are a data feed that's based on an analysis of news and social media. We analyze over 2,000 news sites and 800 financial social media sites. We analyze those sites in order to extract emotional themes as well as topics from that information flow. We turn it into a digitized stream that's released every minute, every hour, and every day of data about the target asset that we're tracking in that index itself. We decided to launch the Cryptocurrencies package because we had had such great success with our agricultural commodities, energy material commodities, equities, currencies, and countries packages already. And we saw in the cryptocurrency space that there was a tremendous interest in this type of data flow because cryptocurrencies themselves are largely driven by the chatter in the online communities like social media, but also by the news flow about, say, regulatory crackdowns that's occurring in various news outlets. So by tracking that information flow, we think we can have a better access to what moves the price of cryptocurrencies. So really, we think cryptocurrencies are the ideal asset class for MarketPsych type of indexes that track information flow. The MarketPsych indices for cryptocurrencies track the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap. That number is renewed each month. So anytime a currency rises into the top 100, we add it to the coverage. As of now, the coverage is over 150 cryptocurrencies. Now, for each of those cryptocurrencies, we also needed to understand what are the themes and sentiments that might be driving investor behavior around buying or selling those coins. So we also track 43 different themes and sentiments, themes including regulatory crackdown. So for example, if there's a report of a regulatory crackdown on a given coin, that'll be mentioned in the media and that'll be tracked into our feed. If people believe that a given coin is a scam or a fraud, those references as well are tracked in our scam index. Other themes that we track include majority attack, adoption, many very specific themes to cryptocurrencies themselves. Now, there's also sentiments that traders of cryptocurrencies feel, like fear, especially when a bubble is declining, or fear of missing out, or FOMO. So we actually have a separate index, one for fear and one for FOMO, because in many cases, people are afraid of missing out on the next big coin. And so we like to track what people are worried about missing out on as well. The MarketPsych indices themselves have been around for at least 6 years now. The cryptocurrencies package has only been released in the last month, as of the time of this recording. So we don't know a lot of the specific use cases for cryptocurrencies, but we have done some of our own quantitative research on this data. And we can infer from how clients are using our other data sets into cryptocurrencies themselves. So we have a particular client has said that they use our data for timing corrections in equity markets. For example, they see that the media becomes much more negative before market prices tend to fall. So as a result, they're able to pull out of risky positions before the prices themselves slide. So we see that pattern as well in our cryptocurrencies when we display them on charts. We also see with cryptocurrencies that we can identify the emergence of rallies in cryptocurrencies. That is, when more and more people are talking about a given currency, that does seem to propel the price upwards. It creates a positive feedback effect. And then thirdly, we also see using cross-sectional models that in one example, if we were to buy every week the 2 coins that have the highest code sentiment. Now we have an index called code sentiment, which measures the most positive references to the code underlying a given cryptocurrency versus the most negative references. Those 2 coins that have the most positive code sentiment in a given week, the following week tend to have very significant outperformance on price. Week after week, if we buy only the top 2 out of the top 10 in the media based on their code sentiment, we find that we have from January 1st, 2017 through May 1st, 2018, we have over a 200 times return, excluding transaction costs, if we buy every week, again, only the 2 that have the most positive code sentiment. However, if we were to buy and hold Bitcoin from those same date range, we have about a 9 times return. So we see significant outperformance if we understand what themes investors are paying attention to in the crypto market. The TRMI, the MarketPsych indices, track country markets, including fixed income and sovereign debt. They track global stock indices, over 62 of those. They track over 12,000 global companies. They track 45 currencies, and they track 187 countries. And additionally, 36 commodities in both the agricultural and the energy and materials spaces. So we have very broad coverage with this data feed.